do a little bit of a review here of the Rimax Acro Wot foamy. Just move that out of the way. Sorry about that. Where are we? Right, it's about 1250 wingspan, about a metre long, something like that. All up flying weights around about a kilo, just a little bit over. I've had this maybe 3 to 4 months. I think it's June or July, something like that. I got it. The first proper low wing sport plane, I guess you would call it. Rimax have the license to produce the foam versions of the Chris Foss designs, being the Wot 4 and now the Acro Wot in foam form. The Acro Wot's been out for quite some years in balsa versions, kit form and ARF, but I'm not into that, so I bought the foam version, and an excellent plane. It's been a really excellent plane, superb actually. Quality wise, very good. EPO foam, stock motor, which is the same as, I believe, the same as is in the Wot 4. Excellent performance, smooth. On the standard setup it's about 320 watts with a decent battery. I have changed the stock prop and spinner setup, which was the stock prop was horrendous. I mean, it was a 12/8, very flexible, very poor quality. So this is now, believe it or not, no, sorry, I beg your pardon, an 11/8. It was an 11/8, and it was rubbish. Miles out of balance, very flexible, not very efficient. And this prop, even though it's got less pitch, is producing more power and much more efficient, it's drawing less amps. So everyone's a winner, really. Build wise, very straightforward. A couple of bolts on the wings, a couple of bolts to the landing gear, the tail, prop and spinner on. Everyone's a winner. Away you go. Don't laugh at the ridiculously out of scale too small pilot, slightly effeminate hairstyle, which Alex says he's gay, but he may well be, but he's a good pilot, so plums to you, Alex. Fit and finish of everything, very good. A lot of people slag off Rimax for their poor quality, but I've got to be honest, I've got some nice finishing touches, and everything seems to be working okay. Servos have handled everything I've thrown at it. They're pretty strong, they're pretty good. They're only 9 grammars, but it turns in some good speed, so they're producing enough torque to deal with everything. Probably the only thing I would say that I don't like is the torque bar. I'll just turn it round there and show you that. The torque bar in here, not particularly brilliant. One half of the elevator is slightly higher than the other, slightly. So I did just level it and re-glue it in, and but pretty good. I mean, the tail wheel's been excellent. The landing gear's been really good. I have put some much larger wheels on, because where we fly, the grass is a bit rough, so yeah, the grass is a bit rough, so you need a slightly bigger wheels, but it's a solid wing, a solid EPO wing. It's really stiff. I'm not sure if it's glass fibre or carbon fibre rod in there, but it's an extremely stiff wing, and you don't see any flex hardly. They've got nice little plastic protectors on the edge of the wings, which I really like, kind of here, so if you do just scrape the edge of the wing, it's not going to damage anything, which is a nice little touch, really. Yeah, I mean, as many people do, I read in all the forums and stuff, and they say about this, that, and the other. But I've found it to be excellent. I mean, maiden flight was without any problems, hardly any trim change. And I've probably got 50 flights on it now, and awesome. There was a slight, what you would call an issue. Let's just see if we can get it in shot here, with the Esc placement, which originally was sort of somewhere down here, hanging pretty loosely, and in the way that they had it, it was very, very difficult to get the battery up into this section here, past the Esc, plus it was impeding airflow and blah blah blah. So some of the guys on RC groups come up with this idea of putting it down here against this ply firewall at an angle with the cable tie around it, and doing that, if you push your motor wires out the way, you've got plenty of room to push your battery up and inside, and it works out great, and it stays very cool and performs excellently. In fact, it doesn't even get very warm really, so it's doing what it's supposed to be doing. I'm currently using anything 3-cell 2200 milliamp hours, Nanotex or Gens A, something like that, and produces excellent power, really good. This design, the Acro Wot, as some people will know, was kind of copied off a plane called a Zlin, which is exactly the same. If you look up the plane, the Zlin, which is Z-L-I-N, it's almost identical to that. But what the heck? I mean, it doesn't matter really, does it? But the lines are lovely. It flies absolutely beautiful. I mean, knife edges is very precise. The loops are very, very, very fast roll rate, very, very quick. And for that reason, I wouldn't recommend it to a beginner. It is a low wing sport plane at the end of the day, and although the precision of the flight is excellent, you could get yourself into a lot of trouble if you've got no experience of 4-channel planes. Certainly, maybe a sort of a weak intermediate plane. Really, I mean, you can float it round. You have to bring it in. It will stall. There's no doubt about it, and I found that out. I tested to see how slow I could bring it in, and it turned out to be excuse me. It turned out to be too slow, and I did drop the wing, and there was no harm done really. It's pretty strong. Yeah, so flight time maybe 8 to 10 minutes, because you're going to be pushing this. Let's be honest. You're going to be pushing it pretty hard, and it's a fabulous plane. I mean, it really moves along at a good pace. Very precise control movements. And all in all, I mean, very good value for money, really. I mean, I bought the plug and play version, which you just need your receiver and battery and stuff. I believe they do a kind of a ready to fly, which is with a receiver in. I'm not sure if you get a battery, but I think there's a receiver already in. But I use my own radio system, so price wise, I paid about £120, which is around about what's that? About $180, $190, $180, and excellent. I mean, for what you get, it's such a good plane to fly. All the boys say that it's a cracking plane. You can really do some wild stuff with it. It'll take off. The power, it takes off in no time at all. It's straight up and away, and you can pull straight up to vertical, and it'll just keep going, basically. I can't say I don't like anything about it. I've got to be honest. I mean, yeah, I'd like to have seen them put a pilot in there as standard, because I don't like to see a plane without a pilot in it. If there's room for it, it's a bit daft, but other than the wheels and the prop, I haven't really altered anything, and it really is a super plane. I mean, I can only imagine what the Balsa version would fly like, but as so many people these days, I'm not interested in petrol. It's not for what we do, it's electric for me, and this is a fabulous plane. So thanks for watching, see you later.